What's up?
Oh,
Okay.
False alarm.
All right. Last week we had a couple of technical difficulties. We apologize for that now. Hopefully everything will be going great. We'll have no problems, Twitch something. But yeah, we got some good things to talk about. Let's get right into it. Of course, you see the Black Moments of Excellence in the background because we're going to be talking. We got some things we got to say that we didn't get to say last week. So first things first, what's everybody drinking?
so I'm drinking a whiskey sour.
All right. What type of liquor are you using the whiskey sour?
I'm sorry. I'm using Crown Royal, regular Crown
Okay.
Royal.
I'm still better
Pet?
than you because mine is flavored. Go ahead.
Mr. Patty?
Maker's Mark again, making a second appearance this week, and whiskey sour because I like it.
All right. Miss Rita.
Well, I have the better crown because it's apple. I destroyed the peach one last week.
Oh, we fancy.
Personal reasons. And I mixed it with crown apple, which there's only one of these left because my son keeps drinking all my chasers.
Okay. All right. Maestro.
True.
What you drinking, man?
What you drinking, bro? I drank all my whiskey from last week because I'm an alcoholic. So I'm still working. What I'm doing is I didn't go to the liquor store, but I had this bottle of Remy 1738 that I'm working on. So I got Remy and ginger ale and
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Okay.
I think about Fetty Wap every time I hear 1738.
Yeah, that sound just can't get out of my head.
Oh God. I made another concoction. I tried my hand. Yeah.
I'm scared for your liver.
My liver's fine. I'm great. And yes, in the comments, we're continuing what we were talking about last week. Just bear with us. I am drinking a Uncle Nearest based Long Island iced tea. I had gin, tequila, vodka, triple sec, fresh lemon juice, and instead of rum, I used the Uncle Nearest whiskey. So it actually came out pretty good.
Wait. Run the ingredients list down again.
Gin, tequila, vodka. Instead of rum, I used the whiskey. And I had instead of Coca-Cola, all I had was ginger beer, so I used ginger beer.
He's gonna fuck up his insides.
And you said lemon juice and sour mix?
Triple sec. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. The fuck were you trying to make?
A Long Island iced tea. I was trying.
Make stomach hurt is what he's trying to make.
No, the ginger beer is going to help that out. It's going to help that out.
It's not
so.
Jesus.
Let me live.
All right. No, we hope that you live. That's
and I will.
Looks off of babies.
So the drink of the week was any whiskey. So yeah, it is what it is. Big Herb, let's go ahead and get into some church announcements.
Yeah. So I got a feeling that my show is just going to cut this forward. So I'm going to just say real quick, Power 2 is coming out tonight. Moving forward,
nobody cares. Move on.
Actually, I want to watch it.
I actually saw it last night.
Don't nobody want to watch a series about that little dog-faced little boy. Move on.
But I am going to use my free 1 week pass. Thank you, Amazon Prime. So if it sucks, then I didn't really lose no money.
Let's say y'all see that you saw that little report he's made. The guy who's in charge of powers, the ghost, whatever, was talking about like him and Chadwick. Like, yo, I'm gonna pick up the crown that you dropped, King. I'm like, bruh. Your biggest Harry movie. Fuck out.
Yeah, but Mary J. Blige is in it, so I can't really take it serious because
I'm gonna tell you this because
she's not a bad actress.
I saw it last night. I saw it this morning. It wasn't bad. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
The greatest acting performance he did is her acting like she can dance every time.
I said she's an okay actress. I didn't say she was a great dancer. I just
shit.
It is what it is.
All right. Moving forward, one thing that we all can agree on is that
Fucking Cobra Kai is amazing. The fact, and just in case if you've been under a tree or whatever the fuck, under a rock or wherever the fuck you've been,
there's no mercy in this dojo.
Cobra Kai is amazing. Is basically 34 years after the original Karate Kid, and it's on Netflix now. The first 2 seasons. Apparently, the 3rd season's coming out next year, so I'm ready for that because I already seen when it was on YouTube. So yeah, what y'all think about what y'all think?
There's no mercy in this dojo.
Cobra Kai is an amazing show. I watched the first season on YouTube. Yes, I'm a YouTube Prime subscriber. I drive all the time. I'm not an idiot.
You pay for YouTube.
Yes. And if you stop cutting me off, I can explain why.
Please tell me why.
I drive all day, and when I'm listening to something, I might listen to a comic historian or comics explain, and I don't want commercials in the middle of what I'm listening to. So I'm willing to pay that extra money because I enjoy the content that YouTubers are providing. So that's why I chose to do that.
Not to mention, if I cut my phone off, I don't want to stop. Like if I shut out the phone, I don't want to have to just not be able to hear what is going on. I want to keep listening to what's going on.
Stop doing it.
Oh man! Alrighty. Wow.
No mercy.
So
I'm sorry. I'm just not good. Yeah.
Alrighty. So in other news, Dr. Dre's wife wants $2 million from alimony.
So in my idea, I want to know because I don't look at the credits of every CD that credits in general of CDs and albums and stuff like that. Is her name listed anywhere in those dedications, production, producer, executive producer? Does she even like beatbox on her chest or something? Like to like help Dre with a beat or something? I just want to know.
Word on the street is she's a lawyer.
She is a lawyer.
So she could have reviewed contracts for him. She could have been the one who, sourced a lot of things for him that he would have to go outside and pay somebody else to do. So, there's that. Again,
you wasn't shooting in the gym?
I'm speculating. This is just speculation. However, if you didn't do shit,
does she even do one of these
every now and then you need to go sit the fuck down and get a job.
No, I mean,
she does have a job. She's a lawyer.
$2 million.
But
one of the things that I was kind of like going back and forth with was like, all right, so I'm not going to disclose how much I make. I don't make much. Everyone knows that. We're average Americans. I have like 4 roommates, so that tells you everything.
Americans.
Yeah, we are average Americans.
So that tells you everything.
Right. So all I'm saying is $2 million a month to me. I'm thinking like, oh my God, what would I do with $2 million a month? As opposed to someone who's like in Dr. Dre's like economic stratosphere, $2 million a month may be just like the average like a couple of thousand to someone a month. So I'm thinking most people are thinking from their own pockets as like thinking that $2 million is too much. That's my only back and forth thing about this. Other than that, like I said, unless she was literally credited for anything above like anything on the production value of like the Chronic 2000. What else did he have? I know he had some other albums since then.
Compton.
It's dozens of albums and it's dozens of actual just tracks that he's produced over the years.
Yeah.
Right. And along with other artists and stuff like that. Yeah.
My only thing is, go ahead, Rick.
No, please. I'm still getting my thoughts together.
Okay, because I'm looking at just some of the things that she's asking for. You're asking for $20,000 for internet, phone, and email. What the fuck is the $20,000? Yeah. $900,000 for entertainment. 10,000 exactly. 10,000 was it 10 or $20,000 for your clothes? No, it's 135,000. Your what's the name? Your actual
Ralph Lauren purple label was expensive.
Yeah, them fucking Jimmy Choos, man. But I mean, what's the name?
She got that Google Chrome Premium.
I mean, and then just looking at it, like her clothing expenses is 35,000 more than her actual home expenses.
Yeah, because you
I can
got
see that.
like you rich as fuck when you leave the house. I can't take my house with me, so I gotta look like I play the part. You see what I'm saying? That's why. However, I'm not justifying it, but what I'm saying is, hoes is out here thinking that they supposed to get broke off for doing hoe activities. No, you have to actually do shit.
But she was
That's
his
the
wife, so
problem.
it's not really whole activities though. She was his wife.
Yeah,
So
you were
they're
his
not
wife,
really-
so you think that you're supposed to get paid for having sex with your husband? That's if you didn't contribute anything else, which is what it's sounding like. You
I'm gonna
think
say
you're
that for
supposed
another
to get
show because I got some
alimony
things
for
to say
that?
about.
I mean,
Say that for
Just
another show.
saying.
That's
I just feel like
that's essentially what it seems like it boils down to. Excuse me, Trey. I just want to get that thing out. No. Let's move forward.
Yeah, please, because this can go down a dark path.
Yeah. So
yes.
there's a reason why I'm wearing a towel on my shoulder. We lost a DC legend in this past week. Former head coach of Georgetown, John Thompson, passed away at the age of 78. The reasons why I wasn't put out there, but just a few things that I think that was prevalent as far as like his coaching career. Well, number one, as a player, he's won 2 championships with the Celtics back in the day. He's the very first black coach, NCAA coach, to win a national championship in any sport. He's also put out Hall of Famers like Patrick Ewing, Lonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, and AI. And he's got, I mean, just some of the things like, and Rick could take the lead on this one. Prop 48.
Prop 48 was to help less fortunate students get into college. He was one of the leading proponents of Prop 48. He helped a lot of people get into school. That's how Allen Iverson ended up at Georgetown, to let a lot of people know, because he was a Prop 48 kid, and that's why he says John Thompson basically saved his life.
Yes,
it's because of that. So, and then also John Thompson was also a Archbishop Carroll alumni like myself. You know, just had to put that out there. So ATSS for life.
It's cool because the moment somebody say something about Sean Murray and be like, he's a Frederick Douglass High School alumni, so yeah.
Don't worry about it because nobody's ever going to say anything about Sean Murray.
I'm just much.
Can we raise a glass?
I was going to go into the WWE,
real quick, the comment section is very not happy about our thoughts in regards to her $2 million. Some people,
but we still love you. So let's go ahead and toast to
John Thompson.
Cheers.
But you know who they will be talking about when it comes to football?
Who?
Caleb Williams. They will be talking about him. That's for sure.
I actually would like to go on the record and say fuck 2020 officially.
Yeah. It's been a shit.
And based off of what Cam said, it's not really a good 2020 for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because he has COVID this week, and not just him, his whole entire family.
Wait, he has it this week?
He just got it this week. He just got it this week.
He announced it this week.
He announced it this week. Look, the motherfucker got COVID, okay? And also,
and Kevin.
Batman has COVID as well. So
Justice.
Robert Pattinson has COVID. Batman doesn't have COVID.
Edward Cullen has COVID.
Yeah, he got it.
COVID came out like justice.
That has put a full stop to production of Batman now.
He got a touch of his own vengeance.
Oh man, I mean, it's just so. On a real note, though, like, this is just a reminder, because The Rock was a very big advocate for a lot of COVID safety and protocols, and he said even himself that there was a time where they did have a lapse. So this is just a reminder, y'all, that it's still real out here. It's still out here, y'all. Go ahead, Trey. What you got?
Trey.
What you got?
Comments.
Could you imagine being the person that infected The Rock and his family? Do you know the ass whooping that's coming your way if he figures out it's you that got him, his wife, and his two daughters sick?
So they already know the family. They know the family that got them sick. They know exactly who it was.
Oh.
Do we know?
No, he
Oh.
put out, he said something about, you know, they apologized or whatever, but you know, it's just they had a lapse. So,
my bad. Got y'all.
The funny part about that is we all know that's just him giving the politically correct answer. Everybody who knows about The Rock and his attitude knows that man, whoever the father of that family that got his family sick, they had a conversation that he did not enjoy. Listen, shit. So just a quick little story on The Rock and his attitude problem. When he was at the University of Miami, he tried to pull another boy's tongue out through his helmet.
So that was also due to, you know, the heated conflict and possible racial tension, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying, the point I'm making is that it's still real out here, y'all. Like, it's still out there. Like, the virus don't stop because we got tired of it. You know, like, just because you want to have a cookout or have like 40 people over or whatever, or you want to talk with no mask, or you want to, like, you know, like, it's still out there. Like,
which is why your president has decided that he think it would be better for us to postpone the election for 2 years to
get the fuck out of here with that shit.
You know, we do what we can to limit the amount of people getting corona. Meanwhile, you having whole conferences with nobody wearing no fucking mask whatsoever in tight quarters. You bitch ass. But
it's cool. No, it's cool because he's injecting Clorox into his veins, so it's all like.
Obama's immune to it at this point because if he done it, he kept doing it. He's still doing it, so it's like that shit doesn't matter.
Like y'all can't out America of a fucking virus, y'all. It's just you can't. It's not a patriotic thing. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not a political stance. It's a fucking virus. Like, I'm sorry. So
if you're not register. And then take your ass on November the 3rd and go vote and bring a motherfucker who is registered to vote with you. Okay? Thanks.
Yep. Go vote. Wear your
6 feet
mask.
apart.
And that concludes.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, no. We still got one good piece of news announcement about us.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be showing up somewhere. We're actually already showing up somewhere. So... if you guys don't remember, the guy who took his shirt off on our show, Overtime Sim,
you have to keep reliving that moment.
Yes, follow him on Spotify. Pause for a second. Follow him on Spotify. It's Overtime with a Y.
Yes, he actually has a Roku channel. So, for those of you who have access to Roku, you can actually find some of our prior episodes up on his Roku channel. So, check out Overtime Sims on Roku. You're going to see Blerds and Whiskey. Was it Overtime TV? Yeah,
Overtime TV.
Overtime TV on Roku. He's got his own channel. Check him out. Support the man because he's supporting us.
Check out his channel, but look at our content on there. Look at our content, and then there's also going to be a marathon on the 11th. On the 11th of October, there will be a marathon. Get you a Roku. You can get it's Bama's on the corner. They got Rokus for $10.
If you got a smart TV too, some TVs are now coming with the Roku built in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Miles' new TV is a Roku TV. So yeah,
man, get that joint, turn it on, watch us.
They be hooking you up.
Yes,
I know this doesn't matter to the grand scheme of Blerds, but I had to deliver. I'm a delivery driver. I had to deliver 37 65-inch flat screen TVs to one house, and they were all Roku TVs. So it must be something out there about the Roku TV. So I might have to look into getting one for myself.
It's kind of like a legal Fire Stick in a way. It's like you buy it and you put like all the video apps and everything you have, so you don't have to have your Xbox or PlayStation or the smart TVs that don't have it. Like you can literally just plug a Roku up to a TV via USB. It connects and then it literally like has all the apps that you have: Netflix, HBO, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Hell, it even had this one channel I looked at, Retro Crush, which has all old school 90s anime. It also has Overtime TV, which features Blerds and whiskey.
Okay, all right. You know what? Hey, Horace.
So, are you really going in? I literally was just reading it.
Side note, you don't want to look like a weak baby overtime. You need to stock up on your Phoenix fit.
Mad shade.
And beard struggle. He said both.
Drink.
And this, folks, is why we're gonna start shooting commercials.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh my god.
Soon, commercials coming soon. Where's my drink?
Oh,
You lose your drink.
Yes, I did.
One thing I want to side note, because I did say I promised that when my son's balls dropped, I would get him some beard struggle. Well, I think we're at the point in his life, that I just have to accept the fact that they might have dropped.
So slow down, Rita.
I cannot confirm or deny. Yeah, because the voice is deep, which is making me feel like they dropped.
They're baby steps. Just slow down. Slow down. I know
he
you
has a baby stash on the sides. Okay.
Stop. Just panicking. You're panicking. He probably in the mirror right now. He probably in the mirror right now going like this.
No, he does this already. He does this. And I'd be like, yo,
what you doing?
Sit down.
Oh man.
Thursday, where is my drink?
Speaking of kids,
he just lost his drink.
Let's get into our. Speaking of kids, let's get into our throwback movie of the week. This week, we are presenting The Karate Kid, which should
Kung Fu Kid.
The Kung Fu Kid.
Yeah. Not the one that y'all think. It's the Jaden Smith one.
No. Because we recently started rewatching. Some of us have started watching the
take off your jacket. Take it up. Take off your jacket. Put it back on.
That's what that means. For those of you who don't know, that's what that meme comes from. I want to go home. I hate it here was Jaden Smith as a little kid. In Jackie Chan. You know what makes me mad about this movie? What makes me mad is the fact that Jackie Chan actually was training Jaden.
He was.
And he just stopped. Like, could you getting firsthand training from Jackie Chan?
It's not like he couldn't afford it.
Nah, he could definitely afford it.
You know what really, really makes me mad about this movie is Jaden Smith has tried a lot to not be in his dad's shadow. But if you look at the premise of the Karate Kid movie, how his life got flipped, turned upside down, he got beat up by some boys. But he couldn't go to Bel Air, so he went to Beijing. So, it's like,
damn it, Cam. Good job, homie. Good job.
There it is.
Good job.
There it is.
The whole time I watched this movie,
clip of the week.
Yeah.
The whole time I watched this, I'm like, the Fresh Prince of Beijing. It's like, let's get out of here with this, man.
Oh shit.
I'm at a loss because I didn't even think about that.
Right.
I legit never even thought about that.
I just want to say I hate you so much. Like, I'm literally fighting back laughter tears. I'm missing tears.
I'm still mad I can't find my drink.
I'm mad at you. I'm still mad. How did you lose it?
I know I had it in the shaker. I brought the shaker up.
So I just like when I look at this movie, I like to think about the fact or the possibilities that could have happened if like Jaden had stayed in doing kung fu. He could be the next action hero right now. But granted, that's not what he wanted to do. That's not what his plan.
He just wanted to be an icon legend.
Did he say how?
No,
that song hits.
He wanted the icon legend within him. That's what that was.
I mean, he could have been like
Tyler, the creator, is his boyfriend. I do know that.
He could have been like the Gen Z version of Michael Jai White if you thought about it, and that's heartbreaking if you think about it.
Real quick, so you know how Karate Kid 3 they went to China. So if they had kept the franchise with this Karate Kid, would they have come to America and he had to like fight like Chuck Norris's kid or something weird like that?
Jaden reminds me of Kanye.
It should have been full circle to match with the Cobra Kai movie.
I'm gonna tell you why he reminds me of Kanye because you're making that face. I'm not talking about his rap ability.
No. Go ahead.
I'm talking about the.
Get your crotch out the camera.
I want to find my drink.
You never know what you're going to get. He gives me Gemini vibes. Like he literally reminds me of Kanye because one moment he sounds real sane. The next moment he's saying some like poetic type shit. And then the next moment you're like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah,
like he reminds me of Kanye.
It's gummies.
He's selling box water.
Yeah, I mean it's there. Most people like that or I'm not going to say most people like that. Some people like that, they're just really eccentric. So I can see there being similarities between them.
Wait. I gotta say something that's gonna fuck up everybody's psyche, because my psyche got fucked up, so I'm about to reiterate this. Tiffany Haddish with a bald head looks like Rick. Think about it. Yo, it fucked up my whole morning.
Minus the goatee.
If you take off the goatee, she's not lying.
I haven't been able to get over it. When he said it, I was like, yo.
Y'all got the same like beauty mark thing on your face. Whatever.
Exactly.
Y'all got the forehead.
Y'all just ruined the whole Tiffany Haddish fantasy for me. Like, Jesus. I gotta remove her off the list now. She's off the list.
Now every time you look at her, you're gonna hear my voice going.
Stop it! No, it's already ruined. It's ruined. Ruined.
No, I can never unsee her.
Nobody cares.
What you don't know is.
Yo,
every time I look at Rick, I'm going to see Tiffany, and every time I look at Tiffany, I'm going to see Rick for the rest of my life.
I can't unsee this now. I can't unsee this.
Rest of my life.
You know what I want to see though? The rest of my drink.
Go find a drink. Go find a drink.
Legit can't.
So since we missed, real quick, Trey, I'm sorry, can I cut you off real quick? We missed our cue for the character of the week already, so why don't we just go ahead and go ahead?
Just fucking go ahead. Oh,
right,
man.
and then you can go and find your drink.
Hey Horace, I'll beat your ass, man.
Character of the week. So, today's character of the week is Teth Adam, who's also known as Black Adam. Now, in the early days, Teth Adam was an Egyptian slave who was fighting against some of his slave masters. The wizard Shazam was looking for a successor. He saw him battling against some of the slave masters and admired his bravery because he wasn't a strong person. So then he bestowed the powers of Shazam onto him. Now, as the saying goes, absolute power corrupts absolutely. He defeated the Pharaoh. Actually, he killed him. And then he realized that in order for the world to be a better place, he must rule the world. So he decided to take over because he had all this power, and who's going to stop him? He was the most powerful person on Earth at the time. So Shazam battled him. He couldn't kill him, so he sent him off into a far, far off galaxy. So it took Black Adam about 5,000 years to fly back to Earth. So by then, he was probably really pissed. So then the wizard Shazam needed a new successor. The one thing that Black Adam didn't have that he found in a new successor was pure heart. Which was probably due to the fact that he was probably like a 12-year-old kid. But anyway, Billy Batson became the new Captain Marvel, and the two clashed and battled. The two battled at an even standstill. The word Shazam, when Billy says it, turns back into a little kid. So he goes from Captain Marvel to a 12-year-old kid. So then he had the idea of tricking Black Adam into saying Shazam. And when he ended up saying Shazam, he transformed back into his original self, which he hasn't probably seen in like over 5,000 years. So you gotta imagine 5,000 years of time catching up with someone. He became mortal, then he became super old, and then he withered away and he died. The end of Captain Marvel. Then he was later reincarnated, you know, retcon, blah, blah, time machine. Shazam in Captain Marvel stands for Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. The gods and strength of people who were all combined formed Captain Marvel. Now, on the Black Adam side, since he was Egyptian and a lot of his deities predated the Greek and Roman empires, his acronym was pretty much based off of the Egyptian gods at the time. So you had Shu, Horus, Amun, Zahudi, Atan, and Mihin. So as I said before, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Driven mad by the fact that he was probably the most powerful person on the planet, and might makes right philosophy, therefore he decided to try to rule the world. Needless to say, he's not a very nice guy. He's been featured in a couple of comic books and cartoons. He's been featured in some as far back as Super Friends Power Hour. He was featured in Young Justice. He was battling Superboy. He was featured in the Batman Brave and the Bold. He was also featured in a DC animated short film featuring Captain Marvel and himself, which is similar to the same origin as we mentioned before. And most notably, he's also going to be featured in a movie played by the most charismatic man, the most electrifying sports entertainer, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, funny thing is, after watching this, you probably know more about the character than he does himself. So hopefully, maybe he's watching this. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, read a book, please. Anyway, back to you guys.
That was me.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Okay, so yeah, you got your drink. You prepared?
Yep.
All right, take your drink.
We're back.
We're back.
We're
Plot twist or plot twist. It was in the other room. I found it, so I'm good. All is right with the world. I can calm down now. I found the rest of my drink.
And like Mr. Petty said, if you guys were paying attention to the character of the week, if you listen to the whole thing, it's official. You know more than Dwayne Johnson does about the character that he's been playing.
You mean he's not an anti-hero? He's not a badass?
He's very evil.
Bad person.
He's very evil.
Bad.
I swear the sales pitch that DC said was, "Hey, Rock, he's a superhero and he's brown. I'm in."
I'm in. I need to fight somebody. I need to be able to fight Superman at some point. That's all it is. Like him and Henry Cathedral got into an arm wrestling contest at one point, and he probably lost.
Wait a minute.
Cathedral. I don't know how to say his name. Right?
It's you just added a whole bunch of extra syllables. It's Cavill.
Cathedral. Cavill.
It's Cavill. It's
Trey word.
Yes.
Trey word.
There you go. Trey got a word compared to her whole wall of fucked up words.
So Henry Cavill, what is he like? On a motorcycle? He's like Superman, like doing
There it goes.
For a ring of fire.
There it goes.
Yo, Henry Cavill.
God damn.
Oh man. I'm glad. I am honestly. Okay. I'm glad that we actually are like speaking like very like lightly now, because it's about to get real serious now.
Oh wait, before we get serious,
let's go ahead. Please.
Everybody, get your drinks together, because we are playing a game at the end of the show.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
We're not doing Never Have I Ever.
No, we're doing 2 drinks and a lie.
Oh, be two truths and a lie.
2 truths. Oh, I said 2 drinks.
I don't need 2 drinks and a lie.
I don't need nothing else.
No, all right, cool. Because y'all,
my black ass definitely said.
Because y'all just be picking on me on Never Have I Ever. Because y'all know that I'm very
We all
I'm extracurricular.
We all
are we doing the game now? Are we doing it?
No.
We're doing it at the end of the show.
After.
I was just telling everybody watching to get their drinks together.
But as you can tell by a lot of our backgrounds, that it's we're proud black moments because we're proud black people, and every moment is always a proud black moment. Like shout out to Tyler Perry. I say begrudgingly. I respect the man behind the scenes. I respect the man as a director, creator, black owned. He from the bottom up, he did his everything. He's now a self-made billionaire. I fucking hate his movies. Even the movies he stars in. Even the movies that he just pops his head in and just like a guesser. Like all the Medea movies I hate. I hated was it Kiss the Girl? Not Kiss the Was it Kiss the Girls?
No, it was Alex Cross.
Alex Cross.
It was Alex Cross. Oh. I hate it. That wasn't his movie. He didn't write it. He did not write not a single dialogue, but I hated him in that. I hated him in Ninja Turtles. He played Baxter Stockman. Like, as bad as that movie is, he took it to a whole nother level of hell by being in the movie. It's like, oh man, we got like Ninja Turtles. They're aliens. Cool. That's not mutants, but whatever. He's like, no. All right, so they're mutants.
Nerd rage thing when you need it, because you're definitely raging right now.
Well, I mean, it's a combination of like Tyler Perry. Like, it's a weird combination. I respect the guy. Like, he did his own thing. He's Rick mentioned this before. Rick, you want to take over this part about how changing Hollywood? Because you can take over this part. I'll let you keep going.
No. Please, I'll butt in. No, but I mean, again, it's like you were saying. I respect everything that he's done because he's single-handedly taken Hollywood. He's stolen Hollywood. No, I'm not gonna say he's stolen. He has
Cicely
made
Tyson.
Hollywood
Gentrified.
Gentrified.
Yes, he's reverse gentrified Hollywood, and he's brought Hollywood from Hollywood, California, to Atlanta. Most major movies are now shot in Atlanta. Marvel almost exclusively, when they're shooting in the U.S., shoots in Atlanta because of Tyler Perry and everything that he's done. His studio is a modern marvel of movie making magic. Like, they have a full-size replica of the White House. They have several neighborhoods as well as sound studios. It is awesome. But again, I hate your movie. Get a writer's hire a professional wig artist to make your artist.
Don't try to take.
Hire my wife.
So I was about to say, sorry, Rita, I stole your joke. But like,
he's got like a whole like movie estate or whatever. He probably got like a light skinned landscaper with cornrows who got out of prison, like breaking the leaves. So
don't forget the shirtless part.
And he's shirtless. He's always shirtless.
Shit.
And then he got like,
strawberry lemonade, and I got kiwi. I can mix them together.
And then he got his dark skinned lawyer from Law and Order, who's always mean to him.
Oh Jesus!
Nobody ever has a crisp lineup or a fresh set of braids. Never. Nobody's lineup is ever crisp. Even
like,
when you're a millionaire, it's not crisp.
Right? How's the blackest of movies have like the less blackest of hairstyles? Like,
right,
I just don't get it.
No, how the blackest of movies gonna have bad hairstyles? Like, that's
in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Like Samar Moore with the sewn on cornrows.
Oh my God! Please don't remind me.
It's like slap cornrows on top of it. Like, he looked like NBA 2K creator player cornrows number 16. And he
had the Meek Mills. He had the Meek Mills before we.
Yo.
He had
the Meek Mills.
He had them straight DDTP like cornrow artistic drawing bullshit on his head.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Perry ain't paying for
good wigs. He had the dusty braids where your homegirl from high school said she was going to do your hair like 3 weeks ago, and you haven't gotten it done yet. So
I feel personally attacked because that was me in high school.
No, like for real though. For real. That's how Tyler Perry probably saved money. Bad wigs, no writers. And then he became a billionaire, so maybe now you can afford some other stuff. But no one wants to see Medea. Like the grandmama flashbacks. That's where I went back to. Like, who was it? Larry Johnson. That's where I went back to every time I saw him performing. It's like grandmama from like the old was it Fila
commercials? It was
Converse. It was Converse.
Converse.
They were Converse.
Yeah, it was Converse.
They were Converse. You know how I know that? You know how I know that? Because I had a pair.
And then his cousin, what's his name? Kevin Johnson came in.
14.
Moving on.
All right, so
shit.
Congratulations to Tyler Perry for reaching that $1 billion mark. Happy for you. Still hate your movies. It is what it is. But you want to cast me in one, I'll do it.
We've seen all of them though. That's the unfortunate part.
I have not. I've stayed away from a lot of them.
I've seen at least about 90% of them.
I've stayed away from the Medea goes. I've seen a lot of it from the Medea goes to jail. Medea goes to the moon.
I refuse to watch Medea's
Medea in space.
I will watch. I'll watch Medea goes to Elm Street.
Bro, they're all the same movie told from a different character's perspective. Because they all end at the same. They all end at the same cookout. They're always all at the same. If you look at the background characters of the cookout, you'll notice that it's a different movie ending at a different point. It's all the same thing.
And Cicely really Tyson is always the oldest family member trying to bring them back together.
Yo, but she's getting the bag. She's securing the bag every Sunday.
She don't even need an AARP.
She don't. She really don't.
She don't need it.
Listen. Another that also goes into my theory. She's wearing the same dress in every movie, guys.
See.
Oh, now I gotta go and watch it.
That means we gotta go back and watch. I ain't trying to watch all that.
Damn it, Rick.
Correction. Okay. You all gonna go and watch. I ain't not gonna go back and watch. Unfunny ass. But but I'm sorry. Yeah, we're still being light. But as we get more serious,
let's also not forget that Tyler Perry paved the way for gay mouth. Let's not forget that.
Hold on, because Rita, you gotta explain it again because I know we got cut off. Yeah.
So again, don't comfort me.
Really, nigga?
Because I learned about gay mouth from my uncle. Okay, I am not in any shape, way, or form gay bashing. Okay, I'm just trying to put you hip to game. So you see how I have a curvature, like in my top lip. I didn't.
Hell yeah.
That. I didn't get that. Just I got it, you know.
I can't. I just fucking can't.
We can figure it out. So any grown ass man that has that perch, I like to call it a perch. I added that myself. That perch in the top lip region, it's because he's been slobbing and knobbing. Got it? Got it. Moving on.
Jesus. Oh,
Yo,
God.
we can't segue into our next subject with that. Like, there's no way to segue into
He was talking about Tyler Perry. I had to. Look. If you dating a dude right now and that top
Oh my
lip
God,
look,
yo, no, stop. Nah.
Flag on the play, okay?
No, read the comments, please.
Oh,
Y'all don't even realize he's built a universe that implies that Medea is a low-powered mutant with the abilities to let her pass through same timelines.
I honestly believe. No, hold on. In that same vein, I can easily tie in the fact that Medea is probably a watcher who might have got kicked out of council because she definitely is more hands-on than most.
Bro.
So you can easily mix. Rick said that most Marvel films are filmed in Atlanta. Therefore, it's not even a stretch that Medea or Tyler Perry could show up in a Marvel film, especially with like the Vision and Wanda.
If they put Medea in a fucking Marvel film, I will burn that shit down.
Medea is probably like a
nobody cares.
Medea's an eternal.
We were supposed to be
Medea the Watcher.
So is Medea gonna be the new clip of the week?
We had legit serious subject. We had legit serious subject matter. Like we were about to touch on some really powerful topics.
No, we still can. Because
I can't. Because you know why? Because now all I'm gonna be thinking about is Medea as Uatu. That's all I'm gonna be thinking about.
So real talk, Rick, here we go. Rick, are you with me? You watching?
Look at Trey. Look at Trey.
Trey, I got Trey. Rick, watch me. Unfortunately, Tyler Perry, although he is a black billionaire, despite the advancements that he made, Chris Rock said it best. I live in an affluent neighborhood. I've made movies and done Comedy Centrals and stuff like that for years. I am a legit millionaire. I am an extraordinary amongst quote unquote black people. In my neighborhood, I'm just one of the other neighbors because I am just, who are my neighbors? Not other affluent, rich black people who are super successful. Nah, it's dentists, lawyers, paralegals, all this other stuff. At the end of the day, no matter how successful you are in the world or in the eyes of corporate America, white America, America in general, we are still seen as a nigga, a threat, which is probably why I always had like the biggest issue with our current subject because, and this is something I really say for this show because every moment we keep saying, oh, this such happened, let's do a black rage moment. Such happened, let's do a black rage moment. Y'all, we have shit from almost 2-3 weeks ago for a black rage moment. And they keep giving us more and more material. Each week, there's a new segment about another person that's dying because for no other purpose, they're just black in front of cops. So black rage literally can keep going. So we don't need to. Give me a second, because.
So the hardest thing I've heard was, I was born black, I will die black, but I don't want to die because I'm black. That was the realest shit I ever heard because it's a real fact. People are out here murdering us just simply because we're black. We haven't done anything. We haven't said anything. We haven't been disrespectful. It's the fact that you're Black in my neighborhood, and that's all the reason that I need to take you out, period.
Or even Black in your own neighborhood. Because Jacob Blake was in his area breaking up a fight. And now he's paralyzed because a cop felt the need to shoot him 7 times. And people want to justify it. Yeah, 7 times in the back. But Kyle Rittenhouse can come
in
from
front of
Illinois.
his children. Let's not forget that part too.
But Kyle Rittenhouse can come from Illinois all the way to Wisconsin, shoot 2 people, wound another, walk past the cops like nothing happens.
Which is a felony.
But little Dion in Southeast, who has guns but throws the gun away, he doesn't get to see his family no more. He doesn't go to jail. And these are the things that we have to deal with, and we have to see that, yeah, we, like you said, Cam, we do set aside time where we want to have these Black rage segments, but it gets to a point where you get tired of having rage. You get tired of being upset because you get tired of seeing people that look exactly like us executed day after day after day by the people who are supposed to protect you. The people who are their job description literally says to serve and protect. But
everyone else's job is serve and deflect right now because they are like so bootlicking right now. And I'm gonna touch on this subject real quick because I mean maybe Rita can relate to this one. I'm not trying to exclude you, but like I'm 6'2", I'm of a good stature, height, possibly build, but for some reason I am deemed threatening. I'm 6'2", wide shoulders, black dreads. I don't always smile, so I'm deemed threatening to a lot of people who don't know me. Mm-hmm. Herb, you're like what, 6'1", 6'2" yourself? 6'2", couple of hundred. Rick, same thing. You're like 6'3", couple of hundred. Trey,
6'5",
6'5", couple of hundred. Trey,
3.
You close. You couple of hundred. You close to 6 feet. You
5'11", goddamn it. 5'11". There,
you're 6.
Said it.
You're
not 6 anymore. Not 6 feet tall.
You're 6 feet adjacent. But the point I'm making is that without even having no weapons, no back history, no story, no nothing, I'm a threat. I'm a threat to everybody. I've done shit. I take the metro a lot. I've said stuff to my white friends where I quote unquote use my blackness to my advantage, and they have no idea what that means. I get seats to myself on the metro, even before the pandemic. I get seats to my butt. Like people sit on the bus, or the seat next to me, but they scoot all the way to the edge and almost like literally like hanging off into the aisle. I walk through the streets. People move out my way. I have headphones on. I'm listening to music. I'm not even trying to like be quote unquote mad or intimidating or whatever. Y'all know me. I'm literally nothing. I'm a teddy bear. Like I have my moments, but for real, like I'm not like on the scale of like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really do things. So sometimes I even purposely find myself doing things to pacify myself, to make sure that people know that I'm not a threat. Like I'll speak to people more politely. I'll raise the timbre of my voice sometimes and shit like that. But like, and I explained to one of my roommates how like sometimes I like I have to like, I'm walking on eggshell constantly aware of my environment to like make sure that I'm not perceived as a threat. And he's like, well, and I'm saying how tiring it is because I do this almost every time I walk out in public. He's like, well, can't you just turn it off? I'm like, I don't have the opportunity.
You don't have the luxury of cutting it off.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury of cutting it off because anything could happen, and that's all I'm saying. Like, and everyone else can apply.
I can relate to that, but I know Herb's been wanting to say something, so I'm gonna let Herb say what he has to say. But I definitely can relate to what you're saying, even as a female. So go ahead, Herb.
Thanks. Y'all know every single time we have these discussions for the longest time, I've always felt like I'm kind of numb to it. This shit, and it hurts me so much that I am numb to it, because it's like it's another fucking thing. It's another thing. It's another thing. It's another thing. And I want to say shout out to Gen Z for actually the white kids that are there in Gen Z who see it and speak out on it. I want to say thank you. But it's like we're still not doing enough to where we can actually just make a really big change, because I got a fucking 6-year-old. Trey has a 12-year-old. Rita has a 12-year-old, correct?
He'll be 12 on the 15th.
He'll be 12. We have black boys. And the fact that, I mean, they can't, this motherfucker was walking to his car trying to stop a goddamn fight. And these motherfuckers still felt it was in their brain, they still thought it was okay to fucking shoot him 7 goddamn times. 7. And then this bitch ass nigga, Brian Urlacher, has the nerve to come over there and say, well, Brett Favre decided to go ahead and play for when his dad died. Motherfucker, they ain't got shit to do, because he got fucking killed. I mean, he got shot 7 times. Come on, what the fuck is wrong with you people? And then you don't fucking do shit about it? None of this shit is right.
Okay.
None of this shit is right.
Any justice being served, without any charges being brought against the officers who did it. We're still waiting on Breonna Taylor's officers to be charged with some shit, which unfortunately I don't think will ever happen.
And then you look at the picture. I mean, I'm sorry, Rita. You even look at the picture. Trayvon Martin was fucking 17 and got killed because some motherfucker, some bitch ass nigga was following him. And then you got this white kid who went from another state to come over there and shoot people.
Or the other kid who walked into a church and killed 9 people in Charleston.
And then gets a fucking whopper. And then gets a fucking whopper.
Hey, Rick, go ahead.
Fuck this country, man. I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. Fuck it.
I actually lost my train of thought on what I was about to say.
So for me, it's like, as a Blerd, we had this weird dichotomy of, and unfortunately, like, you know, we are literally on the fence of a lot of things as far as racial things go. We are quote unquote, we've done quote unquote white things. A lot of us listen to rock music, watch anime, comic books, stuff that wouldn't be quote unquote deemed black. We've done things that, you know, I mean, this generation of Blerds, we've like the new generation of Blerds, I should say, is more diverse. Gen Z, later millenniums, we kind of we work our way through things. But at the end of the day, no matter what, we're all black and we all have to deal with the same struggle. My dad sat me down and gave me that talk about quote unquote compliance. But that was as a kid, because he knew, you know, kids have a natural rebellious streak. But he told me when I was a teenager, I was like 12, he gave me that talk about compliance. We got your back. Do this, do what the police say. We just want, fuck your pride. We just want you to come home alive.
And so what do you say to the parent who can't teach their child compliance?
What I'm saying is, I have
an autistic 12-year-old child.
I'm saying
destined to be big as fuck. So what do you do in that case?
I'm not even justifying compliance. I'm not saying compliance is the way out. I'm saying that the fact that every black kid at one time or another has gotten this talk of some sort.
Right.
There's a new generation now coming up that we gonna have to have this talk with soon.
And I hear you, and I'm not negating what you're saying.
And all I'm saying is that the point I'm making, and this is unfortunately, like, I'm sorry, Rita. The point I'm making is that compliance or not, it's a crapshoot. I'm sorry. It's a crapshoot. We can comply, we can not comply. It all depends on how fucking trigger happy or racist or scared the person is behind the gun. It's not even a cop. It's fucking white America. Like, the Jesus Christ, I can't even get their names right. There's so many. The jogger who was chased by police. Yes, thank you. And I fucking hate the fact that I have to
in his own neighborhood.
In his own neighborhood, but I fucking hate the fact that I have to like remember different names now. But he wasn't even. Many. Yes, like
these are just
Trayvon,
the ones we hear about.
Right, Trayvon Martin,
right,
Ahmaud Arbery. These are the people who weren't even actually detained by law enforcement, but they were detained by people like Kyle and those two dudes who think that they are law because they're white and they have a gun and they have this hard on from 90s like Charles Bronson vigilante style justice, and because we're black and a criminal in their mind, that gives them all carte blanche to do what they got to do no matter what's going on. And the point I was trying to make, or the point I'm making, or I don't even know if it's a point anymore because I think it's all pointless, but compliance or no compliance, like we've all had that talk. I'm pretty sure Trey's gonna have to have that talk with his son. I'm pretty sure soon you're gonna have to talk with your son.
But I can't. That's my point. I can't have that conversation with my son because he doesn't understand. Amir doesn't see danger. He doesn't see fear. He doesn't understand when I tell him you can't put syrup in your oatmeal because it's already sweet. So how am I supposed to explain to my child who doesn't understand those simple things that if somebody points a gun at you one day because you are 12, you're 11 technically right now, but every time people see him, they think he's like 14, 15 years old. So you are destined to be big as fuck. So they're going to see my baby, who's the sweetest soul that I've ever met, as a threat just because of how big he is, but he doesn't understand what is being said to him. So how do you protect that?
I don't have an answer. I don't.
And that's my fear. That's what I go to sleep with and wake up with every day.
So I can't suggest necessarily an answer to that, but what I can say is that it's the responsibility of everybody in the Black community, the Black African American diaspora, to make sure we protect each other. So if you see any child, because you're not going to be able to tell the child's autistic or anything, if you see a child in trouble, if you see somebody in danger, if you see somebody who may need help, because Black people, we're guilty of having the same level of racism about each other that other people have about us. So if you see something going on, don't just sit there with your fucking phone and record. I'm telling you, I swear, if I saw George Floyd with a guy, I'm tackling the fucking cop. I gotta
go to jail.
Like,
I go to jail, but at least
I'm going to jail. Like I have to do it. We have to stop standing by and being complacent, being fearful, being just no. There's no more subservience. There's no more slavery. There's no more of that shit here. You have to stand up. So the only solace that I can provide you about Amir is that if I'm there, I'm going to be there to help him. I'm going to be there to protect him.
I'm going to jail because I'm going to shoot the cop myself.
Exactly.
I'm just letting you know right now.
And just to cover all the bases, we're not speaking from a stance of terrorism. We're not angry, but we are about protecting our own and protecting our own people by any means necessary.
Yeah, because my child doesn't have a malice bone in his body. So I'm not going to let you treat him like he's some type of criminal because he's not understanding what you're saying to him.
The only solace I can give you is that we have to protect each other, and we have to make that commitment to each other that we are going to protect. So Amir can't be by himself. Clearly. He has to be with somebody that we have to be with him, and we will be with him to protect him.
First and foremost, like I said, as y'all know, I don't have any kids, but like I pretty much adopted all your kids. Don't worry. Like, like all your kids are under my protection.
Run me like 125 because
I said my protection.
This nigga wears a size 10 in men's shoes and he's 11 and he needs some sneakers. So Uncle Cam, let me get that 125 up off you.
Uncle Cam might slide him like a toy or two. I can't do shoes.
You don't even do toys no more.
Yeah, he will if Uncle Cam provides one. But the other thing I want to say is in conjunction to what Trey was saying, it was a story of a time when I was like, what? I'll say 16. I don't know how old it was. I was a kid. But the cable company were doing something to the neighbor's yard, and they accidentally cut one of the phone lines, which we never knew, since an automatic distress call you know, to the emergency line. I was coming home from school, not thinking, because I'm unaware of my environment at the time. I didn't see any cop cars or anything like that, so I'm just got my key out, going into, and then two cops come around the corner of my house that I'm opening up to unlock, as you know. And I think I was about shooting up then, so I might have been over 6 feet, but they come around the house, guns drawn, and they realize that I'm a kid with a book bag and I'm holding the key. Luckily, they saw the key. So then they're asking me all these questions about, like, you know, did someone call 911? Who's home? All this other stuff. And I'm like, I just finished geometry. I have no idea what's going on. My neighbor from across the street, older black dude, God rest his soul, he already passed away, but God rest his soul. He comes out. He didn't have to. He comes out holding a rake, yelling at the cops, telling them, yo, y'all leave that boy alone. He lives there. That's his house. He fucking lives there. That was going above and beyond.
Neighbors.
It's good. That was definitely, like, he didn't have to. He had no phone in his hand. He had a rake. I don't know what he's going to do with that rake, but, you know, that's a whole separate subject.
Somebody up. That's what
right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess he grabbed whatever he could, but I'm just saying that, you know, he did what anybody else probably would, in this day and age, would not do, because most people will film it. I don't know if they want to film it for World Star or Prosperity, because I think one of the biggest issues that I see is also one of the biggest. It's a
everybody want to go viral.
Well, it's like the thing I told people is, like, everyone's now reacting to this shit, right? We've all known this shit since day one. We all grew up in PG County. The police code, bang, freeze. We knew that. That was their motto. And, like, what's different between, like, 1994 and 2020 is the fact that people now are filming this, and now you can see. You don't need body cams now. I can see that this motherfucker is, like, doing this to this kid outside his house.
Mm-hmm. But even still, I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
So here's a little nugget of joy that you guys should be spreading around to your friends. Those viral videos, they fucking pay you nothing for it. It goes up for free. You don't get money for it like you did in the 90s. You're not being a fucking reporter. Stop recording shit.
Yeah,
change shit by getting into it.
Demonetized video, so
you're not gonna get paid for it. So yeah, World Star ain't giving you a fucking dime. It's that simple.
And so my whole thing is, I'm not against the recording. I'm not against that, but when I see everyone recording and nobody attempting to help, that's when there is an issue. Because if there are people who are attempting to help, sometimes too many people trying to help is not necessarily a good thing. So I do think that someone recording it is not necessarily bad. I just feel like if there's no one trying to help the situation, that's when your recording doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I will say this about the recording too. If you're recording, we don't need commentary. We don't need your ad libs. We don't like. We don't need your.
Oh my god.
Hey, we don't need you to try. We don't need you to try and narrate.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and
please fix the damn camera angle. Stop. Going down at the foot, man. We there's proper phone etiquette to recording shit.
It's
okay.
that fucking simple.
No, I'm saying if you're going to record because you're trying to help, then focus on that. You see what I'm saying? That's what you should be doing.
So let's go ahead and get into the drinking game while I still have a little bit left of my drink, so we can lighten up the mood.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, and I'm saying this right now, I don't mean this in a harsh way, we're gonna do this next week.
I was about to say we'll be right back at it in a couple weeks.
So again, Uncle Cam, you know, that option to buy some sneakers is still on the table.
Real talk, we'll go half on sneakers. We'll go half on
real quick. Fucking sneakers. Body cams are $129 on Amazon.
There was an app I saw that somehow
still records if they take your phone or try to power it down. Yep.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think Devin shared it with us one, and I can't remember the name.
I saw it. Yeah.
Real quick. Speaking of body cams, they said that the cops that shot up Breonna Taylor's house didn't have body cams, but they did.
There were 2 officers. One has been confirmed, and another one is basically confirmed that they were wearing body cams. You can't enter someone's home without some type of foot.
I'm sorry. The mental gymnastics that people go to the lengths to try to defend cops is astonishing. Like,
yes, it is.
Like, did y'all? I'm sorry. I know I said I want to get light, but did y'all hear about like how they're literally trying to like go through Breonna Taylor's like pretty much her friends list to make people implement her into some sort of drug ring?
Mm-hmm.
They're literally like saying, "Hey, we'll reduce your sentence if you implement Breonna Taylor as involved in your cartel."
Yeah, to try to justify killing her, basically.
And these people are, and shout out to her friend circle who are like, "Nah, I'll go ahead and take my sentence."
I think it was her ex-boyfriend who did that.
Yeah, a couple of ex-boyfriends and some friends like who have gone down for some shit. And they're like, "Hey, we'll take like 10 years off if you say that Breonna Taylor was involved in your drug ring." Nah, I'll do my time.
Yeah, do your bid. You'll be better off for it. But guys, we got to move on to the next. Off cameras, guys already got the graphics running for 2 Truths and a Lie. So let's brighten the mood. Let's lighten the mood. Let's make things, because things have been kind of
quick question.
Heavy.
Do we take a shot for guessing the truth or guessing the lie?
The lie. So so let me backtrack. 2 truths and a lie. The way it works is 2 things, of course, have to be true. 1 thing has to be a lie. So each person has to guess which one is the lie. Okay? And if you get it wrong, like if you guess the lie wrong, you have to drink. So because it was my idea, I'll go first.
All right.
So fact number 1, I once did a sex tape that is now on the internet for everyone to see. Number 2, I am the mother of 2. And number 3 is my dream car is a Audi.
Audi?
One is the lie.
The first one.
Everybody guess.
The first one.
I was kind of disappointed, but the first one.
Correct. The first one is the lie. My former best friend used to be a porno star. So you can, if you inbox me, I'll let you know where you can find the links to that. Moving on.
Well, damn.
Like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh, man.
And
follow
Roku
us
TV.
on Twitch. Follow us on Roku. Good night, everybody.
Apparently, follow us on OnlyFans.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Help us grow so we can do more.
God damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching
Blerds and Whiskey. Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.